Hunter Biden surfacing this week. So to ensure the independence of the investigation, would the president support the appointment of a special counsel?
Well, first, the president has never had a conversation with the Department of Justice about any investigations into any member of his family. He said that during the campaign, and he will continue to abide by that. So I'd point you to the Department of Justice for any additional steps they would take. They would make those decisions independently.
Is the president confident Hunter Biden didn't break the law?
Of course the president's confident that his son didn't break the law.
Is there any concern that they're not going to be necessarily seen as being able to make the decisions independently if the White House chief of staff is out saying that the president is confident his son did not break the law?
Well, that's something the president has said, and certainly we would echo.
Is the president confident his family didn't cross any ethical lines?
George, the president is confident that his family did the right thing.
But in the same answer to that question, Peter, during an interview this week on ABC, Ron Klain also said the Justice Department is independent and they will make their own decisions.
These are actions by Hunter and his brother. They're private matters. They don't involve the president, and they certainly are something that no one at the White House is involved in.
And the president has said that he never spoke to his son about his overseas business dealings. Is that still the case?
Yes.
Jen, former President Obama did seem to get into the politics of it today when he was talking about his own re-election battle and seemed to be delivering somewhat of a pep talk for Democrats facing potentially tough re-election battles in the midterms this year. Is that a message that the White House wanted him to come here and deliver today?
Well, having worked for the former president for some time and the newer president for some time as well, here's what I heard him talking about. The fact that in Washington, when you're pushing for getting the right thing done, and he was talking about the Affordable Care Act, it means sometimes overcoming skepticism, Republican obstruction, even division within your own party, political challenges, countless headlines saying your agenda is dead, and still fighting to get it done. Sounds pretty similar to what we're working on today. That's not about the midterms. That's about...
Mr. President, what do you say to Democrats worried about the midterms? What do you tell Democrats worried about the midterms?
We got a story to tell, just got to tell it.
Last week, a senior Treasury official briefed that the sanctions on Russia were originally intended to deter, but now the point of the sanctions is intended to debilitate and impair the war effort. Can you elaborate any change in messaging around the sanctions and their intended purpose and how that's changed?
Sure. Well, look, I think the way we always saw it from the beginning is that the threat of sanctions, your hope is that there is a deterrence effect. That has been played out in history, that there has been a deterrence effect at times. That is not a sure thing or 100%. But if it reduces or if it makes a leader potentially think about what horrific actions they're going to take, then they're worth that threat of sanctions. Never has it been the case that the putting sanctions in place is effective deterrent. The threat of them has been an effective deterrent. Obviously, the war has commenced, right?
Yeah, for me, General Milley had some pretty sobering testimony on the Hill today regarding the state of the world and sort of grim outlook. The potential for significant international conflict is increasing, not decreasing. Is that an assessment the president shares? And is that sort of the assessment of the U.S. government that sort of the state of the world right now is darker than it was when the president took office?
Well, certainly the General Milley speaks for the assessment of the U.S. military, and I think that's what he was testifying on, and he speaks on behalf of the administration.
To help our European neighbors?
Well, there are steps we've already taken in preparation that we will build on, and we will continue to explore. One of the steps we've taken successfully, which we will continue to build on, is to tap into countries in Asia who have excess LNG capacity to provide that to Europe. That is something we've already done to date, and we will continue to explore. We've been working on this for months in anticipation of a potential shortage or potential needs in Europe.
How about infrastructure projects in the U.S., though, to help expand them, facilitate them, go forward?
Tell me more about what you mean exactly.
Well, Senator Capito.
To increase capacity, LNG capacity?
Yes.
I can check with our team and see if there's anything.
Is the president disappointed in particular that Senator Lindsey Graham, who had voted for Judge Jackson before, opted to vote against her yesterday?
The president is looking forward to Judge Jackson getting confirmed, and I would say, as I said, echo what I said yesterday, which is this is a question best posed to Senator Lindsey Graham. What exactly has changed since he voted to support her just relatively recently. She has the exact same credentials, exact same qualifications. So no, I wouldn't say the president's spending a lot of time thinking about it, but I would say it's a good question to pose.
I'll vote no. I'm the first time I've ever voted against any Supreme Court nominee. But I voted for her at the D.C. Circuit Court level because I'm disposed to do that. And I'm playing a game that very few people play anymore, that if you win an election, I expect you to pick somebody I wouldn't support on the court. That just sort of comes with winning. After 4 days of hearings, I now know why the left likes her so much. It became obvious to me why she was their first and apparently only choice. So there are people that President Biden could have picked that would have been in the liberal camp in terms of voting on the Supreme Court, and they could have gotten 60 to 65 votes. The White House didn't go down that road because it feels that they must pick somebody that's more appealing to the hard left. They made that choice.
Can you pull back the curtain on what happened upstairs when we weren't watching between the former president and the current president over lunch? Did they talk about Putin, Ukraine? Did they do a tour of the residence? What can you tell us about their time together?
You know, I haven't had a chance to download yet with the president. I did see former president briefly, but his schedule's a little lighter than the current president's these days. I do know that they had a great, expansive conversation. I haven't downloaded on the specifics of it yet. I'm not sure I'll be able to share those with all of you. They did go take a look at the Oval Office and take a walk around, and I know they enjoyed spending time together.